Atlanta, looking at who they've got. They've got Dillingham, also Derek White out there, and it's Johnson in at the 4 spot.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside Garland. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Garland's got 28.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Pass to Dillingham. There's the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now here's Tatum. No problems knocking that one down. Tatum's got 33.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Dillingham. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Now Garland. Outside, Brown. To the inside. Clingan. Boom! He jams it straight down.
First, Clingan screens the defender out of the play and then capitalizes.
Atlanta trails by 19. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Pass to Tatum. Here's Clingan. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
There's no argument that Tatum's at his best when he's distributed.
Here's Dillingham. To the paint. Fades. Boston pulls it in. Clingan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And it's Garland on the drive. Sweet little floater. Garland's got 30 points.
Body control so important to the success of the floater from Garland.
Back to White. Johnson a screen on Daniels. White for 3. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
Outside Garland. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Here's Clingan. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. It's an 18-point game. Johnson on the wing. 3-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Now here's Tatum. Outside Garland. Back to Tatum. Outside Garland. From the arc. Sinks it from distance. Garland's got 12 now in this quarter.
And what a night for Garland. He does this every once in a while. It just explodes.
Atlanta trails by 21. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Jason Tatum.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Yep, and now they're going to the second round. He's in a zone and paving the way for his squad right now. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Tatum's got 12 points in just the second half.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
Now here's Tatum. Right side Brown. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Inside, Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Well, I'm a big fan of the passing aspect of Johnson's game. He's proven to be a very unselfish, team-oriented guy.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Garland. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Tatum over Johnson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're winning by this much with double-digit turnovers.
Atlanta trails by 20. Here's Dillingham. Outside White. Money from 3!
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Tatum drives in. Yep, that one's good. Tatum's got 38 points.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Yeah, Johnson will take advantage of a look from 3 every time.
Boston leading by 16. Jackson surveying the D. That's all.
Aggressive move, but that was great D to prevent the easy bucket.
Outside Johnson. Misses the 3! And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's a pass to Tatum. We've got 1:28 left in the final quarter. Can't get it to go.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions, and defensively, they need stops.
Boston making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. Left side, Tatum. Another shot. Okongwu with the rebound. Here's Atlanta with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Celtics.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And over the course of this series, the difference in talent level between these teams became clear.
Well, there was a difference in just about every aspect, not just talent. It was coaching, effort, intensity, just a dominating performance. And now they'll have some time to rest up and put everything in place for the next round.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jason Tatum.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
With that win, they'll be moving on to round 2. They really took control of this series in impressive fashion, and now they're on to the second round.
Hopefully this is some momentum they can continue to build upon. That energy will make them difficult to contend with.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
So it's the Bucks now, trailing by 19. Bucks passing it around. Pass to Oliver. Siakam outside. Hands it from downtown. Siakam's got 5 points now this quarter.
A solid three-point shooter. Siakam forcing that defense to extend out on him.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Knipple out there with McNeely. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Wendell Carter. And it's Oliver in at the three. And the dunk by Robinson.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Carter. Takes it inside.
That's a big man coming down the lane at the defense. Good luck stopping Carter Jr. on that drive.
Now Brunson. Over Knipple. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Brunson's got 19 points.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Knipple with it. Guarded by Robinson. Carter for three. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Miles McBride. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Tobias Harris is checked in for Carter. New York leading by 18. Brunson with it. Bridges outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Occasionally, Bridges will go right after defenders like he did there.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for New York.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
Miles McBride's checked in for Anunoby. That one drops for him. Siakam's got 7 points for the quarter.
And after a difficult start to the game, he's flipped the script here.
Robinson a screen on quickly. Brunson the pass to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Crafty pass there from Brunson. The guy just makes plays.
Here's Siakam. To the middle. Here's Carter. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's Brunson. A putback. Outside for Robinson. Pocket 6. Here's Hart. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Knicks lead by 21.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Siakam misses. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Back to Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
You cannot allow Robinson to get this kind of positioning, or else he's dunking all over everybody.
Quickly kicks to Siakam. And he comes up with the deuce. Siakam's got 10 points in just the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting. Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. So for the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Miles McBride. Now here's Brunson. Bridges passes to Brunson. Over quickly. And that one comes up a bit short.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Outside, Towns. Lets the three fly. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Now Kneppel, and there's the three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside, Brunson. From 11. Trying again, and he figures it out with the lay-in.
Robinson knows his strength and great value is on the offensive glass. Got himself a hoop that time, too.
Here's Carter. Oh, the slam dunk.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Brunson outside. Towns a screen on quickly. And Brunson, here we go. Does not go. Milwaukee trails by 15. Quickly. Towns with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Shoots it. Robinson. Siakam with the rebound.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for New York.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession. We watched them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And I clearly think they showed to be the better team over the course of the series.
Hey, anytime you can win in 5, I mean, tonight, of course, they are way out in front. You take a lot of that mojo into the next round. We'll see if they can keep this same sort of competitive attitude as the stakes get higher. The competition also gets tougher.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jalen Brunson.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now Towns. And they come back with a three of their own.
And it's just competing and, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. They had control the whole series, and they are just rolling now, winning round 1, 4 games to 1.
And they are going to be tough to beat, Kevin. A few days rest afforded by taking this one in 5. Round 2 should be exciting as well.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
And so it's Phoenix with it. We've got Obi Toppin, Devin Booker out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Jeffries in at the 2. Pass to Claxton. Now here's Booker. Here's the floater. Excellent D there from Lively.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Now here's Kispert. Here's Strother. And Toppin pulls it down. Pass to Booker. Toppin, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Jeffries. Fires the 3. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. And here's Davis. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And since the break, they've lost some of their edge defensively, really lacking intensity.
Booker, the pass to Jeffries. Now here's Toppin. Clock at 6. Pass to Jeffries. Here's Queen. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Dallas leading by 10. Lively passes to DiVincenzo. Soft touch off the glass. DiVincenzo's got 9 points now in the second half.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Pass to Queen. Lively grabs a miss. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. And finished off by Davis. That gives him a double-double.
When Davis goes to the rim full force, he punishes the defense.
And Jordan Ott decides to call timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. A different look for Phoenix. Malawach is checked in for Claxton. Bailey comes in for Toppin. And it's Porter Jr. in for Jeffries. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dallas. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And so it's Dallas with it. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his second of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
Booker looking around. Pass to Malawach. Back to Booker. Over Irving. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 42 in the game.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Kispert, the pass to DiVincenzo. And he gets the bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Phoenix trails by 15. Outside Porter. Outside Booker. Over Irving. And And the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Kispert. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
Outside Booker. Pass to Bailey. 4-3. They get the rebound. Outside for Booker. For 3. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Booker. Booker's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Strawther from deep. Counted from distance. Strawther's got 11 points here in the second half.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Malawach. Here's Bailey. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And Dallas hits again from deep.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Now here's Porter. Pass to Bailey from behind the arc. Lively grabs the miss.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
They set a pick. Here's Kispert. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Kispert's got 4 points in the quarter.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Now here's Booker. Oh, steps back and drains the jumper. Booker's got 44.
Yeah, this game has Booker's fingerprints all over it. He's doing whatever he wants on offense right now.
And Dallas calls time here. And now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Dereck Lively.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. He's really going at the defense inside throughout the entire game. Just showing the D no mercy whatsoever. They constantly were feeding him the ball, clearing out, and letting him do his thing.
Boy, what a courageous performance. On the road in a pressure-packed situation, it only brought out his best.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
Bailey. And he gets it from 15.
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Here's Irving. Lively with a screen on Porter. Now Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And what an effort to pull off Game 6. Things are looking rosy right now for the Mavericks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This series has already been such a nail-biter, and now they've managed to force a Game 7. You have to applaud the grit they showed out there tonight.
Yeah, they really proved they're in this to win it all. And now they've got a little bit of forward momentum on their side. Should be a very entertaining Game 7.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Dereck Lively.
Yeah, I mean, he was a force on the glass. Just incredible effort.
Here's Booker. After the basket by Dallas. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
With the step back. And that one's good. Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Here's Irving. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They're able to force a winner-take-all Game 7. They stave off elimination, and anyone can win this series now.
And really, they answered the call tonight. With their backs against the wall, they fought with passion, and their season continues.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Hey there, Anthony.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For reporter Allie LaForce and...
Booker against Irving. Toppin pulls it in.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
They've got Corey Kispert. Derek Lively is out there with Davis. Then there's Irving. And it's Strawther in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Pass to Lively. Back to Kispert. Here's Strawther, guarded by Porter. Outside, Davis. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas again missing.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
And a wide open look for Porter. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
It's Davis on the wing. Tries from 10. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Davis remains a dominant presence on both ends of the floor.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3 ball for these guys.
Here's Malowacz. Here's Toppin. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Irving finds Lively.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Phoenix trails by 7. Now here's Booker. Lets it go from the wing. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Bonner kicks to Booker. Tapping a screen on Irving. Got a piece of it. Booker the pass to Toppin. No good from outside. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Irving sets a screen for Trent. In the corner, Lively with it. Irving for three. They grab their own miss. And here's Kispert from the arc.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Bonner's shot good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And here's Trent. Pass to Kispert. Outside, Davis. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
Taking on more playmaking responsibilities, Booker has matured over the years, becoming a better teammate.
Trent, a screen on Booker. Irving kicks to Trent. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Dallas making a switch here. Struthers checked in. And then for Phoenix, Queens checked in. And James subbed in for Bonner. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. Coach was seething about the turnovers. He said, I love everything we're doing but the turnovers. They're killing us. Let's clean up that before it sinks us.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
James outside. Booker against Irving. Now here's Booker. He's covered closely. Some solid defense there from Irving.
And we've got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Now Lively. Back to Irving. Doesn't get that one. Phoenix trails by 7. Bailey with the ball. Booker. And Devin Booker in the paint.
Going to work. Booker knows they need points, and it's up to him to deliver.
Here's Strother. Now here's Irving.
Second foul. Devin Booker. Third personal foul. Second team.
First free throw is good.
You know, Kyrie really does have some of the best handles in the league, which is why he is so devastating in a one-on-one situation. It's something you got to watch out for. Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Booker up top, covered by Irving. Rebounded by Lively. Dallas leading by 7. And here is Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the game. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Irving against Booker. Yeah, count it.
I guess Booker wants to play with his food before he eats.
Dallas shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Irving surveying the floor. Davis throws it down. What an assist!
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. He answers with a dunk of his own.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Davis with a screen on Booker. Now Kispert. Kyrie. That one misses.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And so it's Dallas with it. The Suns getting the bucket, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third team foul.
Irving double team. 35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Crawford. Kispert on the wing. Clock at 4. Takes the 3. 3. Good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Phoenix calls timeout. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure Coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Booker! It's James. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. Thrilling fashion, guys, taking round 1 in what certainly will go down. Guys, it's one of the most competitive series this year.
And you always love a game 7, and no disappointment here. And these guys are ready and excited for round 2. Maybe a bit tired, but the adrenaline is still pumping.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Kyrie, the offense was clicking tonight. Can you talk about...
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin.